Hey everyone, welcome to the Knit and Crochet Spot. My name's Melissa and I'm coming to you from the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. Today is Sunday, February 6th. I hope everyone has had a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend and that you're gearing up for the new week and that it will be just as wonderful. So if you're new here, I'd like to say welcome and let you know that this channel is about knitting and crochet and yarn. And if you're returning, I'd like to say welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. I truly appreciate it. So today's video, I have 2 finished objects to share with you, 6 works in progress. Yes, I said 6, and they are all new works in progress. I have not shown any of these on a video. They have all been started this past week. So now my works in progress pile is pretty substantial. I'll have to count them all and get back to you next week to let you know how many I have exactly. And I have a little bit of acquisitions to share. So let's get started with the finished objects. So the first finished object I have to show you is a crocheted amigurumi that I'm not all that happy with. I don't really like. I'm going to show you real quick and then that's going to be it. So this was a works in progress last time, but it is now finished and it is an elephant. Here he is. Oh, so here he is. I was lazy and I glued on his ears and his nose and it came out horrible. I will not do that again. I don't want to show you up close. The nose is off-centered. He's kind of cute, but I could have, if I just wasn't being so lazy, I could have done a better job. So here he is. Oh, that's it. So he came out of this book. It's called Crochet Cute Critters. I got this on Amazon. And the pattern is, and what it's supposed to look like, is Edward the Elephant. Yes, Edward the Elephant. Isn't he cute? And I did all that work and got lazy and I ruined it. Live and learn. So here he is. He's cute. I didn't put a tail on him because I just didn't. So the yarn that I used was Hobby Lobby's. Okay, yes, here's the label. Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. It is a 100% acrylic. It is 199 grams, 355 yards. It's a number 4, and the colorway is Peacock. And this is what I have left. Although when I started the elephant, it wasn't a full skein any rate, but I still have quite a bit left. And I used a, let me see, a 4mm crochet hook on that. And I guess I should say that the book is by Sarah Zimmerman. And these are all easy. They're relatively easy. And they're just cutest. It's just so cute. Really cute. Where is it? One that I would really like to make is the snail. Isn't that cute? So that might be in the future, the near future. So that's my first finished object. My poor elephant. Okay, so the second finished object I have to share with you is knitted socks, and these were a works in progress last time, but they're finished now, and here they are. I love them. I have two, and they match. I got them to match because, yes, I like to match my socks. They're here. They're beautiful. Oh, they look so good. They look so good. So this is just a vanilla sock. Came up with my own recipe. I say it all the time, but for anybody new, I'll say it again. I cast on 64 stitches. I do a cuff down sock. 64 stitches. This is a 2x2 rib, and then the sock itself, or the leg and the foot, is roughly about 100 rows. I just do a toe with a Kitchener stitch, and then I do an afterthought heel. And did I say I use magic loop, and I use a 2.25 millimeter needle to knit the socks. And they came out beautiful. I love this yarn. So the yarn is, for the self-striping part, is String Theory Colorworks Inertia. That's the base, which I got this skein of yarn at my LYS Eat Sleep Knit, and they still have String Theory Colorworks, but they don't have the Inertia anymore. But they do have this colorway, which is Fourier Transform. So they have the colorway, but on a different sock base. So this is what's a fingering weight? Obviously sock yarn. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And yep, that's it. That's the yarn. And then for the heel, I use Knit Picks, Stroll Fingering, and Jackrabbit Heather. This is 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. And this is a 50-gram skein for 231 yards. So I use that. And, oh, so for the main color, for the self-striping, I have this much left. So I haven't weighed it yet. I would probably get some socks, like I might be able to get some shorty socks if I did heels, toes, and cuffs in an opposite color or contrasting color, but who knows if I'll do that. I don't know. So that's it. That's my finished objects. Okay, so now on to the whips. So I will start with my sock whips because I have 3 sock. Let me show you the socks first and kind of explain why. So this is one that I showed this hank of yarn. It was acquisitions on my last video. And when I say last video, I mean the last video where I showed works in progress and finished objects, not any of my yarn hauls. So I showed you this yarn, and it is the Nomadic Yarns in the colorway Stupid Cupid. Here's it caked up. So I did start this sock, and here's what I've got done so far. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yep, so here it is so far. I am very close to making a mark for where I want to put the heel. I just have to decide. I'm kind of deciding which I normally like to put the heel placement in between a stripe. So I haven't chosen a contrasting color, or I don't even know, I may not do a contrasting color, but I haven't decided which stripe to do yet. So yeah, so these are on see, I do magic loop, and these are on my Hiya Sharps 2.25. So I just gave you all of how I do my socks. Hang on. Oh. I've been fine all morning. I guess now that I'm talking, my throat starts to feel a bit itchy. So there is that sock. And like I said, it's Nomadic Yarns, Stupid Cupid. It's on her trusty sock base, 462 yards for 100 grams, 75% superwash merino, and 25% nylon. And I have this in a Tea Doddles bag. So that is the first sock that I'm working on. I love it. I love how it's coming out. Look at that. All right, and then the second sock, which I showed the yarn the last time that I wanted to work that up, is this one. Nope, that's not it. This is also in a Tea Doddles bag. And I'm actually doing a pattern for this because I just, I thought that it would lend itself. A pattern would be good for the yarn. So here is the yarn. And this is, let's see. It's Superba Vintage 4-ply, 100 grams, 420 meters, 75% virgin wool, and 25% polyamide. And I'm not sure, if there is a colorway other than just a colorway number. I'm not really sure. But anyway, so this is it. And here is the sock so far. And can you see any of the pattern? Can you see? It's very simple. And this pattern is by the Crazy Sock Lady. It's a free pattern. And I just thought that this, I like self-striping yarn a lot, which I like to do vanilla socks with that. But I just thought the way this was, that it would just be it would just really help if I had a little bit of texture. So, you know, you can't see the pattern like that great, but it really, I really believe that it helps the yarn be a bit more interesting. I know the color's interesting, but I just really wanted. So this is what I did, because it's a 14-row repeat. So I'm putting these markers in at every time I start a new repeat. I think this will be, they want you to do, or she wants you to do, I think is her name, I can't remember her name. But anyway, she wants you to do, after I finish this repeat, one more repeat. But because I don't like the leg or the ankle too long, I'm going to stop after this repeat. And I think it's a heel flap and gusset in the pattern. And I didn't download the pattern. I just have it on my phone. Because it's, you know, it's not really, I don't know. I just have it on my phone. And, where was I going with that? So I can't check. That's right. I think it's a heel flap and gusset. I can't check because I'm filming on my phone as well. So I think you do a heel flap and gusset, which I don't normally do. I like a heel flap and gusset. I don't like doing a heel flap and gusset. But I think I will for this. And keep, you know, I'm not going to do a contrasting color for the heel. And these are on my Addy Rockets 2.25. And it's all the same. I cast on 64 stitches. But yeah. So there is that sock. I really like that a lot. I mean, you can see, I really think the pattern does help it quite a bit. So that is that sock whip. And then the last one is totally unexpected. So what was happening was with these two, with the two socks I just showed you, we were going for a drive, or we were going somewhere that was going to be a drive. And so I wanted to take some socks with me. I did not have this sock, the Nomadic Yarns. I did not have that caked up already. So I couldn't take that with me. I didn't have time to sit there and wind it, you know, to cake the yarn up. So I couldn't take that one. I didn't have any other sock whips going. So I couldn't take that one. And then this one that I just showed you, I just really felt like I wanted a pattern for it. And I hadn't decided on a pattern. So I was like, I really want to take a sock with me. So I went and grabbed some Felici that's already, it doesn't need to be caked up. It's self-striping. So I went and grabbed some Felici. So this is in my, I'm pretty sure this is a Hannah Lou Designs bag. This is, she sells her bags on the Bumblebee Acre Yarn website. So that's this bag. And I started a vanilla sock in Felici. And here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And here is the yarn. It is, let's see, so Felici fingering weight. The colorway is Countess. It's 218 yards, 50 grams. It's 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. So that is it. This is it. And this Felici is, I don't know, from last year sometime. You know, they come out with new Felici colors a couple times a year. I'm pretty sure this was, you know, this is over a year ago. So it's not any of their newer ones. And so the only difference on this one, well, I'm using the ChowGoos because, well, I had to because I needed a sock needle. It's 2.25. But my other socks are 32 inch, and this is a 40 inch, which I used to always do my socks, a magic loop on a 40 inch cord. But for some reason, I was like, well, I'm going to try the 32 inch, and I liked it. But these aren't bad. It's still okay. It's not like there's tons of cord in the way, or it doesn't bother me. So I'm doing this on the 40 inch, and it's fine. I just prefer the other needles because the cord is a little bit thinner. But so there's that sock. So I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably, well, who knows? Probably I will concentrate on one sock and try to get them done. So there are my socks that I'll be working on for a while. All right, next one, okay, is a knit hat. It is in my Star Wars bag from a Stitchy Girls Studio. All right, so this is a knitted hat. And I'm working it, I got this yarn. This is a newer yarn that I've gotten. It is the Cozy, it is Loops and Thread, Cozy Wool Tweed. That's the yarn I'm using. I'll show you. Here it is. This is the yarn, one of my latest, it might have been I've done a series of yarn hauls. I have one more to show, but I think this was in the first yarn haul that I did. This is from Michael's. I showed this yarn, and I'm actually doing there's a pattern on the back of the label for this hat, and that's the hat that I'm doing. It's a knit hat, and it's got cables. So let me show you the hat, what I have done so far. And I even have these thingies on my needles. Yay me. So let's see. So here it is. You see the cable. This yarn is a real pain in the butt to work with. I wouldn't want to crochet with this. But here's the hat, but it is nice. It's not heavy at all. I like this yarn quite a bit. So, you know, if you crochet with it and you have to pull anything out, you know, to fix a mistake, it's really difficult to frog. Very difficult. But obviously, and it would be difficult to frog if you were knitting too, but you can tink back and it's not so bad. But it is a pain in the butt to work with. But I love the texture. I love the colors. This is very nice. I love it. I love this yarn. It's nice. So about the yarn, this is it. And this colorway is Blush. And this is a number 3 DK. 66% polyester, 30% acrylic, 4% wool. It's 418 yards for 150 grams. And it's made in China. So there is that. So let's see, this is on, what needles am I using? I can't really, I actually have them in the bag. I did have them in the bag. Oh yes, these are the new needles. I showed these. These are the Mindful needles. At 5 millimeter. These are the Mindful needles, and they're working out fine. Yeah, they're good needles. I like them. The cord is a little bit, not my favorite, but I do like the needles. So the cord is not bad, you know, especially it's in a hat. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't want to do any kind of magic loop with this. Even if it's like a ChowGoo needle, it's a bit stiffer than that. But yeah, they're working out good. So yeah, that's it. So that is that works in progress. Oh. and it's like staticky. It's not really staticky, it just sticks to you. And the next two are both crocheted, and they're both cowls. They're both cowls. So the first one, and this is in my Frog Peak Creations bag. And this is a paid pattern I found on Etsy, and I first found it, I got the pattern off of Ravelry, not Etsy. I don't know where that came from. But she has a podcast that I just found. I don't know, it just came up in my what to watch thing on YouTube. So I watched her YouTube channel. And her name is Catherine. I'm not going to pronounce her last name. But anyway, so this is, I'm making this cowl. And that's her name, Catherine. And she has a YouTube channel, which I'll link down below as well. And I really, I was like, oh, I like that a lot. I would like to do that. It's the Bellover Cowl. And it is tapestry crochet. And this is what I have done so far. So this is mine so far. I'm in the middle. I didn't even finish the row. So that is what I have done so far. Isn't it pretty? And so the yarn I'm using 2 balls of yarn, obviously. It's the same, it's the same kind of yarn, just different colors. And I think this is a hobium yarn. Yeah, it's Gazelle Rock and Roll. And I've got the 2 labels here, but I don't know which is which because I don't know which colorway is what. But it doesn't matter. So this is the label, Gazelle Rock and Roll. And it is 21% acrylic, 70% polyamide, 9% Lana Merino. It's 50 grams, 125 yards. And I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't see where it says what the weight is on it. I think this calls for the yarn calls for, I think, is DK. Yeah, it calls for actually West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep Pure, which is a DK. And I know that the hook size, which is 3 to 4 millimeters, and this calls for, I think she said a 3.5 millimeters. So I thought, okay, well, this is probably good. So I think it's probably about a DK. Yeah, it's working out fine. So I'm going with that. So, and like I said, I'm actually using a 4 millimeter crochet hook, because she does say, or the pattern says, because it's tapestry crochet to go down a hook size. But I didn't I didn't go to a 3.5 because I'm a tight knitter. I'm sorry, a tight crocheter. I'm actually a loose knitter, but I'm a tight crocheter. So, and I did try with a 3.5, and I was not liking it at all. So I went to the 4 millimeter. Whoop! Every time. So here it is. I love this yarn. I keep saying that. Yeah, of course I love all this yarn. I bought it. I hope I love it. Isn't it pretty? The shimmer in it. And this yarn is so soft. And it's easy. It does it if you have to frog anything, it's no problem. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that is that. I think I told you everything about that. I think one of my kids might be home. I hear music in the car. And the last works in progress is another crochet cowl. This is, you see all the things and you're like, I want to start everything. And I said, I'm going to, whether it's a good idea or not. So I will tell you. So this is Through the Rain Cowl by Isabella Tonsky of Fiber and Fox. So this is it. It's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. She has a YouTube channel as well. I love her YouTube channel. And I loved this cowl. When I watched one of her videos, I thought it's just beautiful. And I'm originally from Connecticut. She's from Connecticut, so I'll just support that. So let me show you, well, let me see if there's any closer picture that kind of, not really. She has a kid version. Here's another. Isn't she adorable? So there's the cowl. And she also has a child version as well. It's a different pattern that she says if you use all the yarns that she recommends, that you would have enough left over to make the child size that she has. You'd have enough to make that as well. So this is what I have. Not very much because it's in fingering weight. So it took me forever to do the bottom bit. So you can't really get the idea of it yet, of what I have going on. Because this is all that I have so far. This is what I have so far. Yep. Because that took forever. This right here. And is fingering weight yarn. And these are the two yarns that I'm using. This one here, which is, I guess, considered the main color. She recommends doing it with minis. Well, actually, she kind of says that so much you could do with it. But what she's showing you is done with minis. I opted to just use just 2 skeins. So you could do, so in hers, she has the main color, which is just one color, and then all the others on the inside of it is minis. But I opted to just do the 2 colors. So this yarn here, the main color is Cedar Hill Farm Company. She's not dyeing yarn anymore. It is the Rocket Sock, 4-ply fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards for 100 grams, and it's called Dolly Levi, or Levy, Dolly Levy. And there, so that's that one. And then this one is a Hobby Lobby yarn. It's the Yarn Bee Authentic hand-dyed tonal, and the colorway is tabby. And this is 420 yards for 100 grams, 100% superwash merino. And I am using a 3.75 hook. And she's, well, I can't really say that, can I? Because it's a paid for pattern. But there's another hook size if you opt to use another hook size, 3.25, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just stick with this. Because I am a tight crocheter. And it's living in this bag, which is my Twist Fiber Studio bag. That is all my works in progress and finished objects. And like I said, I have some acquisitions to show you, just a little bit. I've been very good. So, Molly Klein Designs on Etsy. She has an Etsy shop. I've gotten a lot of her yarn, and but I've never, so I did get some of her yarn, but I also got a bag. And incidentally, they kind of match, which was totally not, I didn't do that on purpose. So I will show you the yarn first. She had an update, and I saw this and said, I have to have it. I think that, like, I was going to maybe do I'm waffling here, I'm getting off topic, but I was going to do a yarn subscription, which I may still do, but I think, I don't want to buy as much yarn, but I think what I might do is just once a month buy, like, at least buy a skein of yarn, like hand-dyed skein of yarn. And so that's what I've done for the past 2 months. So I guess this is my yarn for February. We'll see. So, and my last yarn you saw was my yarn for January. So here is the yarn. It's beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Sorry if I shook that. So here's her yarn she calls Sweet Tea Yarns. And this is on her Sweet Sock base, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams for 460 yards. And the colorway is Strawberry Cheesecake. It's just, I love it. I had to have it when I saw it. I've gotten plenty of her yarn, and she has stitch markers. I've gotten stitch markers, but I've never got any of her bags. I don't know why, but this time, I got a bag, because I haven't bought a bag in a minute. So here's the bag. Look at, isn't it cute? And it zips. And it's just, it's got a nice bottom. And it's perfect because in medium size, I would say this is not small. It's bigger than a sock bag. So, but you could put a sock in here, it would be fine, but you could put something a little bigger. I love it. And look, they kind of match, which I did not do on purpose. I didn't do that on purpose, but yeah, they kind of match. So that's it. That's all I bought. I haven't got anything. I have not bought anything else. I don't have anything else coming. I'm trying to be good. I'm ignoring the Knit Picks has another sale. They do a sale, I guess, for like Valentine's Day. They pick like pinks colors and purples and, Valentine's colors. And it's like up to 40% off. I'm staying away from that. I'm staying away from Hobium, 40% off. I'm staying away from all of it. I'm doing good. So, but yeah, I think I'll probably, once a month buy myself some hand-dyed yarn, and I hope that will, curb my appetite. So, all right, guys, that's all that I have to show you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I haven't said this in a while, but if you did and you're not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment. So I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you soon. So for now, I'll say goodbye.